Nick Adams is with us. He's the founder of a Flag and its executive director, and he joins us now. Nick, I'm going to throw this statistic at you and at our audience. I know you know it already, but I'm going to repeat it for the audience. In the year 2013, nearly two-thirds of all the people admitted to America as residents, two-thirds of them, a million came in, two-thirds of them were chain migrants. What do you make of that?
Look, I believe, Stuart, that chain migration is a reckless and patriotism indifferent policy that needs to be stopped. I think that all it does is strain federal resources, it imperils the most vulnerable American workers, and we really need to have a policy that is going to look at how much people can contribute and their likelihood for success when they come to the United States.
But we didn't choose those people. We're not getting the people that we say we want. We get immigrants, and then they bring in relatives. It's just not the right way round, is it? Surely we should be allowed to choose who we want, right?
Without a doubt, absolutely. We get to determine who comes into this country and the circumstances under which they come, and that's why it's really important that we scrap this chain migration. We've seen now that not only is it bad for the economy, not only is it bad for workers, doesn't only depress wages, it also endangers our national security. We saw that on Halloween, we saw that again yesterday, and we really need to do something about this.
Now, am I right in saying that an immigrant comes to the United States, you become a citizen, okay, you got that, and then you're allowed to bring in your parents? Now, your parents may be retirement age, and if you bring them in, they immediately qualify for Social Security, even though they've not paid into it. Am I right there?
Look, Stuart, you could well be right. I'm not entirely sure on that. But certainly, if we're going to have a policy that is going to end that kind of stuff, I would hope that the only kind of parents that would be able to come to the United States would be those that are financially independent and can look after themselves and aren't going to be a strain on the economy.
Am I right in saying that the President wants a merit-based system so that we say who we want and then you qualify according to those criteria? That's what he wants, I think.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. I think that the President, Stuart, wants people to come to the United States of America who are going to defend, accept and understand the virtues, values and principles of the United States of America. I think he wants people in here that like the place. And if we have a look at yesterday's event, and we hear this morning about what was reportedly told to investigators about this particular fellow not liking Christmas advertisements that were within the Port Authority train station. If you've got a problem with Christmas, you don't have to practice it, you don't have to believe in the reason for the season, but you certainly, if you don't like Christmas, you probably shouldn't be in the United States.
I think that's a good way to put it, Nick Adams. You've got a foreign accent and so do I. Are you a citizen yet, or a green card yet?
Well, I keep telling you, I'm trying to, I aspire to be you, but unfortunately I've got a little bit of time to go for that.
Yes, you do, young man. Yes, you do. Nick Adams, come and see us again soon, OK? Good to you.